everyone. Welcome once again. So glad you could stop by our little sliver of the internet. Boy, do I got one for you today. It's a a crime procedural thriller film that I've been a fan of for many years, ever since my buddy Doc, who you've heard him on the spoiler room occasionally, introduced it to me. And the film is called Dr. Lamb, and it's this crime procedural about a gentleman who is a taxi cab driver who is kind of quiet and subdued and everything until it rains. When it rains, the guy goes crazy and kills the female passenger in his car. And he also likes to take photos of his victims and keep various parts in jars. When he takes the photos and they get developed, it turns the photomat turns the cops onto it, and soon we see how the cops try to get a confession out of Lamb. And as the film goes along, we learn more about his backstory, why he is the way he is, and eventually get to how he dispatched his victims in the most brutal and extreme ways, all shown on camera in a very realistic effects. Dr. Lamb, for many years, this was the way I had to watch it. It's the import VHS I got hooked up with many years ago, and so this is the only way I've been able to watch this film, which is just a lot of fun. If you like kind of crazy foreign crime procedurals, and now Unearthed Films has released a restored Blu-ray. They're 2K scans of the uncut version. And, well, let me just show you here real quick, folks. Here is a shot of what I've had to watch on my VHS for ages. And here is a shot of the newly restored Blu-ray DVD release from Unearthed Films. Talk about a major difference. If you're a fan of this film at all, you should pick up the Blu-ray DVD. Now, the film itself is wild. Like I said, the way it plays out is very interesting. The characters are interesting. You got some very big talent in front of the screen. Danny Lee, who also helped direct this film, plays Inspector Lee. Which is he known for? This actor slash director is known for playing characters with Lee in their name, and here is no different. He plays Inspector Lee, Danny Lee does, and he's the guy, the main investigator on this case, and he does wonderful in here. I love this guy's character, and you could probably make an Inspector Lee combined universe. Now, Simon Yam plays Lamb Goryu, Dr. Lamb, and he was actually Chen Lo in Tomb Raider Cradle of Life, so he's another prolific actor. All of the performers in here have done lots and lots of work, and he is fantastic as this guy who, no matter what the cops do to him, he will not confess, right? And then it starts raining, and well, then things take a bit of a turn. But he puts it in an Anthony Perkins kind of creepy performance in here, and I just love his Dr. Lamb character, and the cat and mouse back and forth between him and Inspector Lee are great. Now, also playing in here, Fat Bing is the character. The name, yeah. But Kent Chang, who was in Sex and Zen, which we reviewed a number of years ago, he's in here. Great guy, this guy who's a no-nonsense guy who really just want to stick it to Dr. Lamb, but can't just get that confession, and getting very frustrated with it. But he also has some colorful humor that not all of his co-workers like. So, fantastic performances. The editing is well done, especially in this restored version. They cut out a few of the delays and stuff that were in the VHS version that I seen this import. So they tightened it up just a little bit, and it plays out great, looks wonderful, and it is very disturbing as the film goes along, especially when you start to see Dr. Lamb at work. They've got all kinds of extras on the Blu-ray. I'm definitely getting it, folks. If you're a fan at all of Asian crime procedurals, or just a fan of these actors, or a fan of the film, if you're familiar with it, the Blu-ray restore is like watching it anew. Let me tell you, I was not disappointed at all, and Unearthed Films really did this film release justice. Now, if you don't like extreme thrillers and crime procedurals, then you may not want to check this out, because, yeah, there are some very realistic effects in here that stand out even more in this restored version. I mean, they stood out and disturbed me bad enough on this copy, and now to see it even more clearly, Yeah, you bet. So there you have it, folks. If you have seen or gotten the Blu-ray of Dr. Lamb or know of this film, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Please check out our Patreon as well. Subscribe, bells and whistles here onto YouTube, all that. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, as always, keep that ticket stub.